Hey, happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Happy Christmas, Kwanzaa. Happy Festivus, everyone.
Happy all of that and then some and
Yes.
some more. Yeah, welcome to Girl Chat Sports with Mo and Mel. It is the day before Christmas. So
Right.
hopefully you might be home now and able to sit back and watch and kick back with us. Hopefully you're not out there shopping and going crazy with all these it's a busy time of year and people are doing a lot. Um, but yeah, welcome. There's been a lot going on, and we
I
got our
know.
holiday festive sweaters on too because it's still cold here. People think it don't get cold in Vegas,
Oh, it gets
and
cold.
yeah, they don't get it. They don't get it, and then they get here. I've had friends that have come here and they're like, "Why is it so cold?" I'm like, "Cause this is Vegas around Christmas." It's cool though.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
not like Montana, South Dakota cold, but we're cold for here.
Yeah.
So
That wind chill doesn't help either. Like when you have the
and
wind
it's
chill on
supposed to be
there,
like
it's bad.
raining on Christmas. I'm like,
Oh,
ooh,
no.
I know.
I don't like
I
that.
know. I don't like it at all. That, it hampers everything. But there's a lot of sports for Christmas Day,
Oh, yeah.
football, some basketball. I plan to be home sporting it up and eating good. So, I did want to start off our Christmas season and play a little pun because after our show Thursday, or maybe it was during the show, we also mentioned it that Urban Meyer got fired from the Jaguars.
Hmm.
He'd been there for less than the season.
Right.
But my favorite guy is the guys over at Gridiron Heights. They put on a hilarious spoofs all the time, and now they have a festive Christmas one in regards to Urban Meyer. So check this out.
Hello there, I'm Nick Saban, and this week we're going to say goodbye to an urban legend.
Mr. Meyer, it's Christmas and I wondered if I could get more carries.
And you are?
James Robinson, sir. I was a pretty big deal in fantasy.
All right, let's line up for your physical abuse.
Yes, sir. This is just football culture, I guess.
Look, everyone, I lit it up again.
I see you. Someone finally sees you.
Bah, humbug. Pizza, you're the only one I trust.
Prayers up. It's Tim Tebow, the ghost of urban past. We begin at Florida.
Urban Meyer's past has been deemed not suitable for any audience.
Oh gosh, I feel like my eyes have sinned.
Ho ho! It is I, Chip Kelly, the ghost of urban present. Bobby Petrino had a thing.
Wait, who am I? If you play well, I'll give you a little sticker for your helmet.
See, the college ways don't work in the pros.
It'd
Urban?
be rude for me not to take a photo.
I'm not being developed right.
You see, Tiny Trevor
I'm 6'6".
may not make it because of one bad coach.
Next, Ghost of Urban Future. Show me how great I am. Hello, welcome to the Big Ten Network. Let's talk about Rutgers for 12 hours. I see now. Someone will always hire me. You, boy, what jobs are open?
Why, yours, sir.
Huzzah! A kicked goose for everyone.
And everyone realized coaches should stay in college where they are kings. Merry Christmas, y'all.
Too funny. Too
That's where they
funny.
be killing me. They be killing
Hilarious.
me. Oh, what's up, Goose? Happy holidays to you and yours.
Happy
Thanks
holidays,
for tuning
Goose.
in. Man, so I don't know why that tickled me so much, but hey, it is what it is, right?
Yeah.
On to some hot topics. So that, of course, the Urban Meyer segment was pretty funny, and I think the Twitter world has taken the pun upon him and stuff. Another one that's been going around that you had kind of brought up and we had discussed a little bit was this whole Ayesha and Steph have an open marriage, and they both have their side flings, and that's just how they're able to operate their relationship. So after reading that, this came out like last week, and I saw someone had posted in the group, and I read kind of like, we read the website it was on. I don't even know if the website was really a valid website. Then there was like the quote, the person that's reporting this was a anonymous source. So we don't even know who supposedly reported it.
Well, they say it was a lawyer.
Now, if you Google Ayesha Curry open marriage, every news article that was ever written about it, when you hit the link, it says like the 404 code, or it says no longer here, not valid. So now I don't know if their PR team has come out there and squashed all this stuff, but like all the links relating to them having an open marriage have been squashed. You can't even hit a link anymore that opens up. It's crazy.
Yeah, they say it was a lawyer. They said it was a lawyer. They said they were in a meeting about their business. One wants to start a furniture show or do furniture. The other one was like focus on the cooking still. And they went back and forth in the meeting with the lawyer, said lawyer. And the lawyer was like, I guess they threw at each other. That's why, we had this open relationship and you're messing with so-and-so and you're messing with so-and-so. So that's where the rumor supposedly came from of them fighting and slipping up and throwing jabs at each other in front of their lawyer, their lawyer.
Well, and I think that whole lawyer segment made it go into, now they're going to file for divorce. Because then there was rumors, they're seeing a lawyer, they're filing for divorce. And a lot of this comes from, just, of course, rumor mill, but.
Of course, total rumors. They haven't made a statement.
Why do we got to do this? Let them just be happy. They weren't bugging nobody. They weren't, Steph is the king of threes and that's it. Like, let's just let it go.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Can he play the game? Like, he could play the game and he plays the game so well. She's got great wine. Don't mess up the bag for these two with that kind of salacious
Let
stuff.
Them have it.
But it's funny that they, broke all the links and everything. That's what you do when you got money. You cut that all off. Very interesting.
Very interesting. Of course, after our show Thursday, we had Thursday Night Football that day. We've had 5 out of 7 days of football this week.
Yeah.
And I thought I would be loving it and it would be the greatest thing ever. And Monday was great. I had 2 games. I don't have to work on Monday. But then it was like, having 2 games on Tuesday. They were at the same time. I couldn't even watch the Washington Eagles game because my game was on. I couldn't even find the game. And then we had Saturday. I felt like, wow, like I'm really getting nothing accomplished the week before Christmas. Like, thank God my tree was already out. But other than that, I don't think I accomplished much this week other than getting some work done during the daytime.
I had to watch, they moved our Saturday game to Monday. So that was a 2:00 in the afternoon game. Well, hello, I'm at work.
You're at work.
So how am I going to watch the Raiders while I'm working? Yeah. And I managed to catch a few little snippets of it. But for the most part, I was kind of like, oh, man, we moved this game. And I was really nervous. I was literally sweating bullets. Like I'm sweating now because I have my beanie on. It's warm. But I was sweating bullets because I said, well, if they move this game Saturday, that means either Baker Mayfield or Case Keenum or somebody's going to come back. And we're going to have a few other players back. And it's going to be another L for us. When they announced and look what out, I was like, yes. Huzzah. As Urban Meyer said.
Right.
Huzzah. It's Nick Mullins, who basically has the same type of stat record as Baker or Case Keenum when it comes to completion ratings and all of that, but just wasn't enough. It's getting very close. Got very dicey at the end. And because that game went over so long, they cut it off. Like on the app, it cuts off and rolls to the next.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I didn't get to see the end. I didn't get to see Carlson kick the field goal. I didn't know who won.
Oh my gosh.
It was like I think 4th and goal or something. Then it just cut off. I was like, "Wow, my God, what happened?"
That's terrible. I gotta watch it all. It was great. That was great. I don't know. I think Mo is cutting up a little bit. You're freezing sometimes, and your face is making some funny.
Oh yeah, I think my face is frozen again. Yeah.
Hey, it is what it is. But the Raiders pull off a great win. Your kicker basically keeps you guys in the playoffs. So I know there was an interview with Derek Carr today earlier, and he was just excited that they're still in the hunt for the playoffs. So hey, that's great for you. Congratulations for you guys. I hope that you can make something out of this.
Well, we play Denver on Sunday, day after Christmas game at Allegiant.
And Teddy's not playing. He's still in concussion.
Teddy's still in concussion, which is messing up my fantasy because both of my players, Lamar Jackson is down, Teddy Bridgewater's down. Have no quarterback to try to fill in for that slot. It's just an L for me.
The fantasy football has been this has been like the hardest year to play fantasy football. If it wasn't enough of all the injuries, but then you got COVID and you got people that are taking like, a whole week or two from COVID, injuries. It's just like, when is it going to stop? You've got running back. Huh?
Oh yeah, go ahead. I was going to say, thank God you're a good commissioner.
I left us some extra IR spots for this situation.
Some people are doing that. They're totally cutthroat. And it's like, what in the world?
Yeah, it's too much. And I think I even delayed the playoffs to start this week. So I think this is when it starts. But yeah, Don Nelson's in playoffs, 2 of his leagues. I think I'm in 1 of 2, but I think my guys league, I got to give up the belt, unfortunately. But at least I'm not the bottom because the loser of our league has to have their name engraved on this bronze ball sack. So as long as I'm not the last person, I'll be okay. I took a big nosedive from first. I think I'm in like 8th place.
Yeah.
But I'll be okay. It was a tough year for fantasy football.
Basketball too. I have one player active today on my basketball fantasy league. Everybody is on injury for COVID. All of my lineups.
Well, let's talk about that because now the NBA is allowing that the teams that are shorthanded because of COVID, they can sign replacements. So we're seeing like people from the big three, like ISO Joe Johnson just got signed in with the Celtics. Of course, Isaiah Thomas signed with your Lakers last week. And then Lance Stevenson signed with the Hawks. He came up back from the NBA G League. He was playing tonight, and I think he had a great game too from what I could catch from the end. I'm just like, who knows if we're going to pick up new? There were some memes about what's the guy? Why can't I think of his name? Happy Gilmore. What's his name?
Oh, Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler was going to get picked up soon because of the COVID protocol. Because Adam Sandler be out there balling.
Yeah, he does with his dad bod and everything.
Yep, dad bod, baggy shorts, extra large t-shirt.
Yeah.
He has the 90s vibes for sure. That's hilarious. So yeah, it's a lot, but it's interesting to see who's getting called up, and it's nice that the NBA is able to do that and is allowing their teams to kind of franchise that, because I think unlike we'll talk the NHL, like they actually postponed all games, most of the games on Tuesday, all the games Wednesday, and all the games Thursday. They took 2 additional days from their scheduled Christmas break. They'll be back playing, I think, on Monday or Tuesday, whatever the 27th is, because COVID's been so bad in hockey.
Right.
But
so the Golden Knights game is canceled tomorrow too.
The Golden Knights game is canceled tomorrow. Yeah. And we lost last night too. But we're still number 1 in Pacific. We're number 1 in the Pacific Division. So I'll take it. That. Most definitely.
All day.
Regarding the COVID, you guys, it's Christmas. Families coming here, you're going there, people are traveling all over. Just stay healthy, because 47 players were on the COVID list on Monday for the NFL. 47 in one day got placed there. I don't even know.
Incredible.
It's a lot. That's a lot.
Incredible.
I don't know.
But that's what it is. They said that there was going to be a winter surge. Here we are. We're in winter and there is a surge.
Definitely a surge.
It's not like they lied.
There's a lot of people that are like, oh, well, all of a sudden the flu's gone, colds are gone. But when you take a COVID test, it's not testing. I mean, you're not testing positive because you have a cold. You're not testing positive because you have the flu. You're testing positive.
And just so we're clear, the flu is still around. Like, people are still getting the flu.
Yeah.
It's still there. But Omicron is just everywhere.
The Omicron.
Like,
it's dancing
everywhere.
around, getting it in.
It is dancing around. It is doing a whole bunch of stuff. Not playing any games.
Yeah. I mean, COVID's going to be interesting, especially for this week again, because it's like Travis Kelce was placed on Monday. You've got Tyreek Hill and 2 more members of the Chiefs were placed on it yesterday. Jared Goff was placed on it Monday. And the Jets head coach, the Eagles head coach, all these people were placed on the COVID list just as of Monday or Tuesday. So it could make things interesting, especially for the Chiefs. If they're out 2 of their, big players come this weekend, it's not going to be great for them.
That's why I say, Green Bay is doing so well, because they had their COVID surge issues, drama, whatever you want to call it, very early on in the football weeks. Mm-hmm. And now they're coasting. They've gone through the storm. Now all these other teams are catching up. They're now later on. Now they're getting the COVID wave. So it's affecting the end of the season big time. And it's messing with playoff contention and everything. And then not to mention, poor Buccaneers. Poor Buccaneers.
Oh, the shutout.
Chris Godwin, Leonard Fournette.
And a shutout. So
both
not
of those
only
guys on my fantasy
dropped. No.
I had to drop them. They're not coming back. And then you replace it with Le'Veon Bell. That's not going to work.
Yeah, I don't know, Mo. I think.
Do we see a future for Bucs Nation to go to the Super Bowl?
I mean, I think everybody was trying to get this Bucs Patriots thing to happen in the Super Bowl. We saw the Patriots lose to the Colts. We've seen the Bucs get shut out. The Bucs got shut out for the first time since Tom Brady in 2006 was the last time he got shut out. It was 9-0. The game was 9-0 with the Saints.
From the Saints, who has been the Achilles for them this whole season. It was
Just
a bad
imagine.
game, but the Saints have always had their number. Even at home, I almost picked the Saints when we were doing our pick'ems. But I was like, at home, the Saints own the Bucks, regardless of who's in the game or whatever. I just never would have thought going into Tampa that would have been the case. And it was a very dull game. I was like, can you just score? Did you at least pinch something? Nothing.
No.
We're throwing pads. We're throwing little computer consoles.
Tom Brady was tossing that Microsoft Surface. I mean, that Surface was already completely broke when you saw it. Like, he had in his hand, it was completely shattered. And then he decides to toss it after that.
Yeah.
Like, just get rid of it.
Because he had already broke it. And then he's yelling at the opposition on the other side of the field. He's yelling at his team. Like, he was a mess.
He doesn't get, a fine, or there's no call on him throwing, talking against the opposition. But then, of course, every other player that even moves wrong or kicks a ball out of frustration or anything else gets a penalty. And there we have it. It's just.
Yeah. But he's a GOAT, right? He's a GOAT.
I mean, so if you talk to Natalie, because she's, been watching every Tom Brady, his 10-part series, whatever they're on now, she, watches it like 4 times a week. I think I stopped watching it too. I haven't picked back up. I think maybe when I run out of Netflix shows, that could be my next thing to do. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not that interested. But maybe later on when he retires, I can go back and surface it up.
And reminisce about that. Tom. Right.
Yeah. But he's a GOAT, right? So if he's a GOAT, then they should still be okay, right? They should be okay.
We'll see how it goes.
Tom Brady's a GOAT. He should be okay. They should be okay. They should be able to win. They should be able to advance and,
having good.
See what happens.
Too. That's the top. Man, they took a lot of hits this week. So we'll see how this next weekend comes.
Yeah.
It's officially the end of my season.
I'm so sorry.
Out of the play. I mean, granted, we'd have to win all the rest of our games, including the one against the Rams, to even have a chance at winning. We would have to have the Niners be losing, and we would have to go for like a tiebreaker because we beat them twice. But last night's game was awful. Like, the play calls, the refs, I don't know what side you're on, but as like just understanding the game and seeing some of these calls, it was terrible. There was some funny tweets about it, of course. Like, here we've got Pete Carroll. And of course, the NFL officiating continues to suck. These were some other tweets they mentioned. Yeah. I like when it says DJ Dallas, DK, and Russell waiting outside SoFi Stadium for the rest to come out, because I believe it. They had 2 big calls that cost them points, where basically the Rams went and scored after those points. The DJ Dallas one, the no PI, I mean, it led to the Rams scoring, which ultimately was the game. It was a 4th down for us. That could have been a big thing. Then this guy says that we need robot refs. He said he hates taking anyone's job, but we've jumped the shark this season. These guys are all lost. Tell Elon to make some bots and let them roll. And Tony Dungy got in there too. He's like, this is ridiculous. It's too much.
Yes, it wasn't going to make a difference if the calls were good or bad. Your guys' team is just not good. I mean,
those 2 calls would have made a difference for this game. Granted, Russell Wilson was not playing well. His deep ball was not there. I think this game could have been won, but those 2 calls led to the Rams scoring, and our defense kept us in it. Our defense played great. Well, I would say really good. I would say they played better than usual. Carlos Dunlap was amazing. He had sacked sacked Sanford probably, I think, twice, if not 3 times. Quandre Diggs had an interception. I mean, it was good defensively. It was just the offense that wasn't there. And
of course, because you guys brought a man back with a trigger finger that still ain't working. Brought him back too soon.
Too soon.
His injury is still there. He's not, the finger is still messed up, and he can't shoot the ball like he normally does. It's not the same Russ. And you guys sit 5-9, which I'm very shocked. I would have thought that there would have been some advancements. I was hoping that you guys could take on the Rams, but for what it's worth, what's your future looking like for next season? You have to talk about this now. Like, is Russell staying, or is he going? Or
honestly, I'm not opposed to Russell leaving, because we need draft picks. We need to start improvising here and restructuring. And I think one of the main things is his salary, along with getting we could still get some, first round draft picks for him. And if we can get multiple first round draft picks, along with a trade for a current quarterback, just so we have somebody there. I can't bank the Seahawks next season on Geno Smith by no means. But
God, I hope that's not even an option.
I
mean, for real. Like, I hope they ain't even having that kind of talk. Whoever's talking that in the boardroom needs to be fired.
I mean, but he's our backup, and he's been with us for what, 4 or 5 years now. So it's you kind of wonder, is he going to be leaving? So I think that's an issue. I think with Russell leaving, it leaves it open for other people to maybe want to leave as well. I don't know. It's a whole restructuring thing. I think it sucks for people like Bobby Wagner, for the guys that have been there for so long, that are doing great, that just had their contracts redone in the last couple of years, because now we're at that point where it's all about rebuilding. And because we've been in this like little stuck middle place now since we saw the Patriots in Super Bowl. We haven't had anything exceptional since then. We can't keep staying in this one spot. So if we need young talent, I mean, Russell's been with us for 10 years now. I'm not saying he doesn't have a 20-year career, but I don't think it's with us, especially with the money he's taking up, especially with the trades that we've made for like Jamal that took up 2 first-round draft picks.
That took a lot.
It's going to be tough. I mean, I ain't changing teams. It's my team for life, but it's going to be tough. It's going to be a hard road for us. And for all the newbie Seahawk fans that came in post Super Bowl, then you guys are welcome to hop on the other bus, get another team again, and continue your carousel, you know? I don't know. It is what it is.
I think you guys will be back.
What's up, Jose V? He's got a Cassandra on the show later tonight, so make sure to check out Straight Bet Sports. Thanks for this. It's a holiday sweater, you know. Feel free to join in if you're at home. Send us a picture, tag us with your holiday sweater so we can keep it festive. But that guy Cooper Kupp, it's hard not to stop this guy. Like, it's ridiculous, this man. And why I keep, passing him up in fantasy football is mind-boggling to myself, because
he's amazing. I need to draft him next season for sure. If I play next season, I'm on a overload of fantasy. I can't believe I'm now in 6 leagues, and it's just too much.
I mean, you put that on yourself. You put that on yourself.
I know. I get all wrapped up into it.
Oh man.
1 league going forward. One and done.
I hear you.
I only have 1 playoff one with the guys one.
Hey, Kente, what's up? Thanks for joining in. Yeah, I don't know how you keep doing it. I mean, I only did 2 this year. Last year, I think I had 4, and that was just a lot. It's a lot to do, especially now with like the COVID and the injuries. It's too hard to keep swapping around for like 4 or 5 different teams. I can't do it. I can't. Oh, the Lions beat the Cardinals. Now that was something.
Check that out.
Listen,
how about that?
Listen, talk about the underdog winning in any given Sunday. I know we both had thought, oh, maybe, but nah, not the Lions. And hey, Lions just took
one already that first time, so we thought it wasn't going to be another one.
At all. Ticket buster for sure, Miss Bollinger. Thanks for tuning in. It was, I did not win game. I had not winning tickets on Sunday. I think I won a ticket because of Monday's games. When I bet on the Raiders and I parlayed a couple, and that was my winning ticket. But yeah, Sunday was awful. Pittsburgh beating the Titans was another one. Like, really? So it keeps.
I picked Pittsburgh though.
I didn't, but it keeps Pittsburgh's playoff chances alive. And let's talk about the Colts. Like I said, I'm watching the in season. I love the Colts. I mean, I love the show. The Colts have been going off. They are the team with the highest amount of Pro Bowl selection. They got 7 players from their team going to the Pro Bowl. Pro Bowl selections were just announced today too. I think my team has 1 player, Quandre Diggs. You guys have.
Matt Max, I believe.
Yeah, Max, and I think your punter or something is on it. So you got 2. I was just shocked that there was literally 1 person. Oh, that's a good still. I don't know if it's your Wi-Fi or something, but yeah.
I don't even have my Wi-Fi on. Let me check. I don't think so though. I don't know because I love my stills. They're fabulous.
We're gonna have a good still for the cover shot watch.
Yes. A Jamba Juice working in my face. I love Jamba Juice. Shout out to Jamba Juice, man. Jamba Juice is so good to me.
Yeah, you like them.
I don't know why I like Jamba. Jamba's good. But this is the season for the ciders and all that. Now I can get my warm spiced apple cider from Trader Joe's and heat that up and stuff. I just got to get some of that.
No,
I'd be ready.
I'm not a pumpkin spice and apples. I will do like a cider beer, an apple cider beer. That would be nice.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
I'm not a pumpkin spice either. There's no way I'm wearing Uggs and going to Starbucks after for a pumpkin spice latte. I'm definitely just the apple cider type of thing.
Wow.
But it's good.
What's up, KT? Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas. Happy belated birthday to you.
Oh, yeah.
As well.
That's right. I don't know where we were at, but yeah.
We were talking about the Colts and stuff.
I'm excited for them. Pro Bowl selections were made, so I can't. We have nothing to brag about between me and you. But of course, I think the Colts had 7, like Chiefs, Packers, Bucks. They all had a handful, like 4 or 5 players all on the roster. So, which the Pro Bowl is in Las Vegas at Allegiant Stadium in February. So that is going to be interesting and fun. Tickets are on sale. They're not too bad. Yeah. They don't look too bad
they're not.
for ticket prices. So
no, they're not.
If anybody wants to gift us some, that'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be great. Well, Pop's got some, so I'm just hoping what he's gonna do with them. Is it plus one? If it's my mom or me or Marcus, I don't know.
Does your mom go to the games? Because is she?
No.
Okay.
She has not. Because the thing of it is that's challenging for folks too is that, if you didn't buy a lot in Allegiant, you have to park at these different lots. And then you take a charter bus that brings you to Allegiant, but then you still got a long walk to go up those stairs and then try to navigate. It's just a lot.
It is a lot, yeah. For those.
But it's the worst for the men's bathrooms. I feel bad for you guys, but I kind of don't. Because like I said, they're in line forever. They're in line for 30 minutes to go to their bathrooms in Allegiant. Where the women restroom, we're just walking in and out, in and out. I don't know what the deal is with it. I don't know if there's not enough stalls. I don't know what's going on, but these guys are waiting 30 minutes to go to the bathroom.
I can't believe it. When we heard about that and someone else had talked about it, I was just like, you gotta be kidding me, right? Like,
yeah, it's payback. Because how many times at T&M were we going to the Rebel games and we had to wait in line?
Yeah.
And then we're walking in and out.
Hey, it is what it is, right? That's how it goes.
Right.
That's how it goes. So today, another COVID announcement. Texas A&M is no longer in the Gator Bowl. Bless you. On the Gator Bowl at on New Year's Eve. So my thing is like, how are they canceling it this far out from New Year? I mean, I guess it's a week, but I guess maybe no one's vaccinated. And so they need the 2 weeks, but apparently because they don't have enough players to play for the Gator Bowl due to the COVID-19, they're trying to find another team to replace them. But this is the first time that we've dealt with this as far as not having a bowl game or a contest or a team not being able to play in the bowl game, which also College Football Playoff Management Committee had decided that for the 4 teams that are in the semifinals for the championship, should any of them be unable to play because of COVID and not having enough players, that they'll try to schedule it on a different date. But if they can't schedule on a different date, that team forfeits. Can you imagine? Like, so you forfeit, the opposing team automatically advances to the championship.
Well, I thought the NFL was doing that rule too at first, initially with COVID, that if they had too many players on the team, they'd have to do a forfeiture. And that whole rule went right out the window. So I don't know.
Well, clearly not, because they're moving stuff around. So
right. But I remember them initially saying that was going to be the thing. So now they're doing it for the college. Interesting.
Yeah, and they're doing it for the bowl games, which is crazy. Like this is the finals. Like that's like them changing the Super Bowl or changing the playoffs because of teams. I'm curious to know how the playoffs happen now that COVID's having an outbreak, and if the playoffs for the NFL are able to go as planned, or how this may affect NBA and when is it gonna go away? That's the point.
It's not. It really is not. I feel like it's not.
It's like that annoying, sibling or family member that just won't go away. Like they just keep lingering and lingering.
Right, linger.
So that's going to be interesting. Keep your eyes out for the championship for college football, because should there be another outbreak? And here's the deal: a lot of these outbreaks that we're noticing, at least I'm noticing, are all in these big schools that have had these large audiences for college football. You see a lot of these in Michigan and Iowa and Wisconsin, Georgia. And I'm just like, hey, I guess that's
Yeah.
one thing about here is that we don't have huge audiences for college football. Where
Sadly, we don't, because our team is just
We're-
kind of whatever.
I mean, it happened. It happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kente. COVID has definitely changed sports for sure. I don't even know about I mean, I couldn't imagine what high school if they're if they have going through the same things or not. I don't know. Turning to NBA, Luka is in COVID protocols.
Right.
Trae Young entered it over the weekend. I don't know if
Right.
he's out.
No,
Kyrie.
he's still in it because he was on my starting lineup, but I couldn't play him today.
Oh, dang. Here's my issue with Kyrie Irving. So they literally activated him on Friday because they wanted him to be a part-time player and play the away
Right.
games because, of course, you
Right.
can't play in New York.
Right.
But come Saturday, he's on the COVID protocol list.
Yeah, with KD too. Yeah.
You can't.
But the thing of it is, see, this is where people are getting it misconstrued too on the protocol thing. Protocol necessarily doesn't mean he has COVID. He's just going through all the tests and the motions before he plays these away games, and he's in this protocol situation. Now, caveat to that is if he tests positive, that's going to be the screamer. That's going to be the thing. But him being placed in protocol not necessarily means he is COVID. But
I just feel like most people that have
been
on safety protocols have had, well,
they've been exposed or they've been in, you know what I mean? They don't necessarily have it, but they're testing.
Gotcha.
And for what I understand on EVA rapid test kits, you're taking a test one day and then you got to wait 36 hours to take the second test.
Right.
So then you've got, all of that going rigmarole. So it's going to be interesting.
There's a lot. I wonder how much money they're spending on COVID tests throughout the league. Because I know, like, for employers, that's a whole issue that they've got going on right now with this whole new bill that may happen where they're going to have all companies over 100 employees either require vaccinations or have to start testing all employees
Weekly.
at least once a week.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if it's every day for these guys and every other day? I mean,
right.
I don't know.
But that's what it was for them when they were in the bubble.
Yeah.
So you either take a bubble experience and do the same thing, or you get out of the bubble and do the same thing. It's pretty much the same kind of scenario.
Yeah.
You're just not bubbled this time, and none of them want to go back to the bubble. They're all
I believe
against
that.
So
there was just side note, because there was a who's the Bengals quarterback, Burrows. He had talked about like how the Cincinnati Bengals haven't really had COVID because there's nothing to do in Cincinnati, so no one's going out and catching it.
I believe that.
Unlike the rest of the other guys that are in, major markets, and there's, things are open and completely open. And I'm going out places here in Las Vegas and people don't even have masks on. I went to my dealership the other day for my car. Nobody that worked there had a mask on. I was like, so we just don't do masks no more? Is that how it goes?
They've been doing that for a minute. I mean, I've been working in my store and people are coming in with no mask, so
man,
I don't know.
That's
and are the masks? I don't know.
I thought there was still like a mask mandate. Like
there
is.
There is.
I guess. Hey, whatever floats your boat.
There is.
So there was a big story about LeBron pulling up in Phoenix with a stogie in his hand, walking through the tunnel. Hey,
and they still lost.
And they still lost.
Yeah.
So I guess
he can flex
that was a bad idea.
Still lost. There's nothing they can really do, against the Phoenix team. I ran them out of there with 18 points. You know what I mean? 18 points.
It was terrible.
Terrible. I mean,
what's happening with the Lakers? It's like you guys have your players. I mean, for the most part, you have like one or two missing here or there, but I mean, for the most part, you guys are players together. Like, is the team?
Do we? We have the turnover king, Russell Westbrook. But by the way, James Harden turns the ball more than Russell Westbrook does. But Russell Westbrook does turn the ball over too many times, and he takes unnecessary threes that he can't make and that kind of thing. And then AD is out for 4 to 6 weeks, which we knew. What did I say at the beginning of the season? That these Lakers were going to be problematic because you've got AD hurt. These men are older. They cannot play against these Tito's. They are giving them a run for their money. LeBron cannot average 25 points a game playing over 30 minutes of basketball and expecting an outcome of them winning, especially when you're not playing Kendrick Nunn. Austin Reeves, our great hope, savior.
Yeah, the great white hope. The great white hope.
Great white hope. I wasn't going to say it like that to be funny, but yeah. Play him more. But you don't want to do that because LeBron thinks he can save the day with his team. He thinks he can do everything. And he's on this chase. And we know what the bottom line is. He wants to get to this Sweet Six. He wants to get to the Sweet Six. It ain't gonna happen. Not with this squad that we have right now. Dwight Howard, and for some reason, Vogel didn't put Dwight Howard in the game. He wasn't on any kind of protocols. He just didn't put him in. He's just a do not play. So the Lakers have a lot of, and I guess LeBron said in his post press conference interview that they're still trying to figure it out. Yeah, they are still trying to figure it out.
Clearly.
I believe that they're clearly trying to figure some stuff out. But what is there to figure out except the fact that you guys are losing? These Tito's are a lot younger. They don't care who you are on the court. They just want to play and win. And you've got to figure out who your top shooters are going to be as we head into the new year and before All-Star break. Who's going, who's staying, and I feel bad for Melo because Melo has changed his game and knows his role and has been playing consistently effectively when he is out there on the court. But I feel bad for him because he should have stayed in Portland. He made a terrible mistake coming to the Lakers because he expected something.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think it was just to his detriment that he
and Dame could have used him way more.
Telling the Vela team. Telling the Vela team.
Yeah.
You know?
It's sad. It is sad. It was also announced. So DeMar DeRozan was out 2 weeks for COVID. He finally came back Sunday, scores 38 points, goes off. The Bulls are back to usual. Then today, Caruso is reported to having, I think it's an ankle injury. So he's out for at least a week, possibly 7 to 10 days. That's a bummer. But again,
you still got a squad though.
Still got a squad.
You still got a squad.
Yeah, of course. And we're finally all back from COVID because they had 2 games postponed. They had to close the whole facility down for a little while because their outbreak was crazy. So at least they're back. And Adam Silver said that he's going to keep moving forward with the league. He's not going to have any breaks or stoppage just because of the COVID. So that's, I think, the other reason why he's like, hey, if you need replacements, reach out to the G League, reach out to whomever you need to, find somebody. Let's get it going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's a revenue thing. You're cutting into sponsorship money. You're cutting into TV network money. They can't stop games.
Yeah.
This is all a revenue thing.
Hey, Kente, was he coming back before Christmas or on Christmas, or was there something that he was coming?
I thought he was coming back like January.
Right, but they were thinking it was going to come before Christmas, and I don't know if that was an earlier update, and there's been
that was an early.
Oh, okay.
That was like a long time ago. They had said like before December, but
now it's like
I don't think he's gonna. I think it's gonna be January still. Yeah, and that's gonna be interesting too because he's playing with the G League practices right now, and how's he gonna fit into that system because they're running really well without him. Gotcha. So that's gonna be another adjustment too.
After Christmas. Okay, thanks.
After Christmas, yeah. That's what I thought. Oh, after Christmas, yeah. Probably January, like they said.
Yeah.
And officially on the 25th of December, the Staples Center will be called Crypto.com Stadium. I'm still calling it Staples. The crypto thing is kind of interesting to me, but
they already took the old sign down and everything.
Crypto.
Yeah.
Yeah, crypto. Jesus, crypto.
That's crazy.
Crypto. So it's probably going to be a facility also with a lot of Bitcoin type of vending machines.
I'm sure they'll have NFTs you could probably purchase in there too.
You could probably bring in there. Yeah, all of that.
That's wild.
Yeah. So Christmas officially, we're no longer Staples. It'll be crypto. Oh my God.
I feel like I should have went to go. I feel like I should have went to Staples while it was Staples. Like I never saw Staples. Now I really don't think I want to.
You've never been to Staples? Oh, yeah, I've been to Staples. No. Staples reminds me a little bit of T-Mobile. It's just slightly bigger, but it's the same layout.
It's more wide though, right? Like when I look at pictures, those seats seem like they're farther kind of back from everything. Like it's not as high. It's like, I don't know how to explain it.
I think it's the lighting because the seats still have that steep look if you're up there in the nosebleeds. Mm-hmm. You still look like you're going to fall over like you do at T-Mobile a little bit. Like, oh my God, these seats. But yeah, possibly. But I know they always change the lighting to make it darker first for the Lakers,
right? So you don't Clippers, see it.
So you can see. You don't get to see how.
All the stars in the audience.
Crypto.
Well, that should be interesting. I don't know. Tad bit and WNBA news. So the WNBA draft lottery was on Sunday, and so the Washington Mystics have landed the number 1 pick. So
okay,
I still like to keep a little bit of ladies. News in there, so we should see. Yeah. We shall see how that goes. I think we should just get into some sneaker drops. Well, let's do a little girl power first.
Yes.
This is pretty dope. So because of COVID and all the head coaches that have been out and placed, we were able to see the first time that two of them were able to coach positional groups in NFL history. So you have Callie Brownson for the Browns and Jennifer King for the Washington football team. There's a picture of Jennifer on the game on the sidelines as the running backs coach, since the running backs coach was in COVID protocols. Yeah. So also the first ever woman of color to serve as a positional coach too during the NFL game. So
that's great.
That's dope. Salute to the women out there. It's just great.
Even though
to
they
see
lost,
that.
she had her moment. Her moment. Yeah.
Good.
Not bad.
Yeah. That was nice.
Yeah.
I want to get into some sneaker drops. But I just want to say,
I know you got your bubble gum.
My late December has been pretty phenomenal.
I know you got your bubble gum.
I do.
How do they look?
They look great, actually. So
okay.
Obviously, it's too bright in the light, but yeah. The bubble gum's nice. And I didn't realize they have a little, There's patent leather on the toe, and there's patent on the back side.
Okay.
And then the other one actually has the bubble gum. You can't even see it. There it is.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Very cool.
Yeah. So I'm super excited about that. I also learned a couple things that I will share with you, Mo, off air.
Okay.
Because I think it's
good
for
I saw
us.
the drop come and I overslept once again, but I wasn't really going after those as I was those bread ones. But then everybody was like, they're patent leather. Don't do it. You never know. They might get to cracking. I'm like, oh yeah, you're right.
I'm good.
Because I really want those bread ones, the black and red. Then they're all patent leather. I said,
I got those too.
Good job.
There was an exclusive drop on the sneakers app for the patent. And I wake up, I clock in, I got to get up by 7 a.m. So I'm always up for that 7 a.m. But those notifications come in like, hey, exclusive access, boom. I click on it and I'm like, wait, what? I can get these right now? Psh, say less. Because these are the two shoes that I wanted this month.
Yeah, well, that's really, really dope that you got those. And I noticed on StockX, they're only up by $30.
Oh,
so they're not bad if you want to cop them on
StockX.
The
patents are up. The patents are up. Maybe not the bubble gums, but
the bubble gums are $285. What were they retail? $250.
The patents that I was looking at yesterday, they were up at like $400 or $500.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, quite a coup.
Like I'm actually debating if I even want to keep them and just sell them to slang them so that I could have a few more pairs or something. But I like them. When I first saw those coming, I knew I had to have those.
Yeah, keep them. Why not?
Yeah, no, I am. So yes, and then today my brother hit for the Jordan 4 golf shoes,
which are really cheap on StockX too. They're only retailing for like $300. That ain't bad.
Well, compared to the $200 they were for, I mean that's still not cheaper, but.
I mean, that's not bad though. I would have thought they would have been more because you can hardly get those golf shoes. It's hard to get them. So 304 is not bad.
I was up with him today to make sure because he solicited my services, but he landed them. Mine was stuck in pending for like 20 minutes. So he got what he needed. I got what I needed. I'm like, I feel like we should be playing like lottery or maybe going gambling while he's here because our luck is good. It seems like so far.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. So hey, everybody, there's still some great shoes. So before I know that there's a lot of shoes that have been put out there on social media for the 2022. So next week, Mo and I are going to look into some of these sneakers that are on the horizon for 2022. But for now, I just got some shoes that'll be dropping this next coming week. So you'll have to look out for those. The AJ11s at Adapt Dark Powder Blue. These are releasing on the 28th. They retail for $500 though. I don't see where the $500 comes in.
What's that, light on the side or what?
Like this ain't even resale. This is like to purchase is $500.
Well, what's that at the bottom? Is that a light up or something?
I have no idea. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. Cool. I don't know. That's too much for me.
Yeah, I'm cool. I don't even wear the J's I have. That's the thing. And I've been watching these videos of people, if you leave your shoes dead too long, they start to break down and stuff like that. I got to start wearing my sneakers.
Yeah, I've been wearing them more, but you got the woman's Dunk Next Nature Pink Oxford. This also drops on the 28th. I like the texture of these ones, but I'm not,
I don't like high top dunk. I don't like dunks. Yeah, I like the dunk
I have
lows,
some. I have a couple, but
Yeah, I'm cool on those.
Yeah, and then there's also the Dunk Highs Moon Fossil. These are also on the 28th. Of course, we just talked about the patents that are coming out. So they released on the 30th. The sneakers, of course, had the early access, but those released on the 30th.
I'm gonna try to go for those if I can.
Do it, or let me know. I'll try to help you out too.
If I can't, then it's all well. I don't need them. Like I said, I have so many I don't even wear. Like I need to get on it. Those are dope.
The cyber teals. These are AJ. I love this
like
colorway.
Those. The Jordan
I love
1
teal.
lows. Yeah, I like those.
This is nice. These will come out on the 26th. These ones are the light curries that come out on the 27th.
All right.
We got the AJ1 mid SEs. We know you don't like mids, but these are kind of dope. I mean, it's like the all red is pretty
it's
sweet.
good for Valentine's Day.
Yeah. These come out on the 29th. And you know how to throw something ugly in here for everybody that seems to be entertained by Yeezy, because the Yeezy 1050, the high res, comes out on 12/30. I guess if maybe you're a hunter and you need some, hopefully they're waterproof.
I just don't get it. I really just don't get it. I don't understand it. I really don't. I think it's just, I just don't get the whole concept of his sneakers. I just don't understand. Like, I just hate that his partnership with Nike just collapsed because
it went completely the wrong way. Yeah. But here's one for all the old school heads with the new school twist. The Reebok Pump, the Omni Zone 2, the tricolor.
Interesting.
Comes out on 12/30. Notice the little orange pump there on the top.
Yeah,
now, these used to be the hit back in the day. I'm just saying those are pretty cool. I'm entertained by that one. So the pumps are back. The pumps are back. Yeah, KT's up in here. He said trash too. I get it.
They are. I just use it for trash. I don't. I mean, there's so many dope kicks out there. I mean, I honestly have.
And then to pay the money for some of those Yeezys, like for what?
I'm not
These
paying
aren't
that when I could get. I could get the freaking Balenciagas or the Alexander Wangs or some other kind of fly sneaker, or the P44.8s or the Golden Gooses or any of these other fly sneakers that are out here. I'm not paying that on some doggone trash Yeezys that, to me, honestly, they're not a good collection in the Adidas family. There's way far better Adidas Y3s, Rick Owens, Raf Simons. I mean, you got some fly sneakers in the Adidas realm. It's hyped up Ultra Boost on some of those. It
really is. And why not just get an Ultra Boost?
If you don't have the Red Octobers, I feel like you missed your moment. Like, that's how I feel when it comes to that. If I didn't get those Red Octobers like I should have, that's my L, and I just have to live with it. But
there
I'm not
were
a couple
Yeezys 350s that are getting re-released by the month too, but I didn't even.
Yeah, I don't want those. I mean, it's just whatever.
Yeah.
He's re-releasing those puffy coats too at the Gap as well.
You're gonna see a bunch of kids walking around here looking like Yeezy.
And then for you guys that are into the Fear of God, Jerry Lorenzo attended the game and debuted his Adidas Fear of God hoodie, which is pretty fly. I should have sent you a picture of it, but it's pretty dope.
That's your stuff. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Pretty dope. And I'm sure the material on it is really good.
Right. So we've got pick'ems to go over. We've got, of course, so tomorrow again, football. I almost thought today was Thursday. I thought there would be a game on. I got so used to having football every day that it feels weird there's no football today. But Thursday night football, we've got the 49ers at the Tennessee Titans. Of course, Tennessee just lost to Pittsburgh. San Francisco's been on a little bit of a winning streak, and they just won against Atlanta, which didn't surprise me, but I thought Atlanta would have had a better game. Anyway, they go against Tennessee in Tennessee. We still have no Derrick Henry.
Yeah, we'll go with San Francisco.
Tannehill looked like crap last game against Pittsburgh. I'm gonna go with Tennessee only because I can't root for the Niners.
I understand that.
How it is
because you're in a division.
Yeah. We got the Browns, who I think are still COVID stricken, against the Packers. The Packers are at home. Packers also clinched, of course, their third straight NFC West or NFC North division title. And the beat goes on. I'm gotta go with Packers, of course. Here,
yeah, of course.
I'm assuming for you too.
I'm right there with that. Yeah.
Here's gonna be a good game for Saturday. These are Saturday, so the Browns and Packers are on Saturday at 1. We've got the Colts and Cardinals on at 5:15. This is Christmas, you guys. The Colts and the Cardinals. The Cardinals just lost. They're now playing at home against the Colts, who have been on a tear. They're literally so good right now. Jonathan Taylor is ridiculous.
DeAndre Hopkins is still out too, right?
I believe so.
I'm gonna roll with the Colts.
I think so.
I'm just gonna tease that one and do the Colts just to see.
Yeah. Hey, Alicia. Nice to see you. Happy holidays to the fam. I'm going with the Colts, but after seeing Kyler Murray, I don't think he's still in the running for MVP. I mean, after the last loss he had, I was just kind of like, I don't think that's it. And then you lose the Lions too. Like, yeah.
Tell me who's going to win the Super Bowl. I already told you what it is.
Hopkins is out until the end, until the
playoffs. Thanks.
Okay.
It's going to be Green Bay. Like, I don't even know why we're playing these reindeer games right now.
All right, we got the Giants at Philadelphia. They beat Washington, and the Giants, I think Daniel Jones is out too. So he's
I'm going to go with Philly. Just put me down for Philly on that one.
I feel bad. It's sad that, I think Saquon had a couple moves over the weekend, but he's just not the same one, not the same team, I guess, too, maybe. But I just, for those that invested in him for a high pick in the draft and you've had to suffer with the lows.
It's a shame. It's a shame.
Yeah. Another one, Tampa Bay at Carolina. I don't see that going any other way. Tampa Bay just lost. There's no way Tom's going to lose 2 in a row, you think?
Right.
Not to Carolina.
Right.
We got the Jaguars and the Jets at the Jets.
I have to pick the Jets on this one. Just because the Jags are that bad.
I know.
They're that bad.
They tried to show some effort against the Texans.
Even without Urban Meyer, they're that bad.
It was, yeah.
They're that bad.
Yeah. I got to go with the Jets, too. We got the Lions at Atlanta. I think
Detroit's on a roll. I'm going to pick Lions. I'm just going to see what happens.
Okay, well, I'm going to roll with Atlanta again. I just feel like they had an off game last week. I mean, Cordell Patterson has been doing great for them, and all of a sudden it was like nothing. I swear I knew I was having a bad fantasy football day. Oh, here we go. I knew I was having a bad fantasy football day when I was getting no notifications that said, hey, this person's this close to the field goal range or touchdown, or this person just scored, or this person just caught like a long pass. I got no notifications on Sunday, so I didn't want to check my fantasy football until today. So Mo's phone had her little 50-minute time frame. Here we go.
Yeah.
Hey there, welcome back.
I'm back.
I was just saying that I knew fantasy was bad for me because I never got no notifications. Like somebody scored, somebody got this is a good play. I never got any notifications on Sunday. So I knew I didn't want to look at my scores. But Chargers and Justin Herbert got his first Pro Bowl notification. So he will be in the Pro Bowl this year. Congrats to that young
Justin
guy.
Herbert's stellar, man. Wish we had him.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind him on the Seahawks, to be honest.
He ain't going nowhere.
Like, let me get a Justin Herbert. Shoot.
I would like him
if
for
we could draft somebody like that, man. The Chargers at the Texans.
I'm gonna go with the Texans, even though it'll be a Chargers game. I just don't want, AFC West for me.
I hear you. We got that going on.
To win.
So the Ravens at the Bengals. I'm trying to see who won.
Lamar's out.
Yeah, he's out. They
haven't been doing too well, and I'm just gonna have to go with Cincinnati.
And the Bengals won too. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Cincinnati on that.
And they're like COVID free. It's like the one team that's basically COVID
actively healthy, can play. It's at home. That weather, even though Baltimore's weather is no different, but still, they don't have their quarterback, so it's not working.
We've got the Bears at Seattle. I'm hoping that because also we had Tyler Lockett, Alex Collins missing as well. I think 4 other players during Monday night or Tuesday night's football game due to the COVID protocols. We're at the playoffs, but I still feel like there's going to be something there. Hopefully. I just can't imagine losing the rest of these games. So
yeah, I'm gonna go with my Seahawks. I'm gonna go with the team for them, but with the Bears. I'm going to go with the Seahawks.
I think now it's about Russell trying to make his resume great.
Yeah.
Like he's got to show that he's got some still in there. Otherwise, no one's going to want him. And then we're going to be.
Well, I don't know about all that. There's
Well, I'm
somebody
not saying like that, but we might not. I would hope that he does great so that we can still get the money for him, the amount of leverage we need as far as draft picks and whatnot.
Well, his value is still there. It's just like I said, he's injured.
But this whole year's been bad for him. Like,
yeah,
it's been off. The Steelers at Kansas City. Of course, there's possible COVID issues with Kelsey and Hill, but
I'm still gonna roll with the Chiefs.
Yeah,
they're in Red Kingdom.
I'm still surprised they beat the Titans.
They're in Red Kingdom.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll go.
Which they haven't played. I mean, they've lost.
They haven't played well in Red Kingdom, but they'll probably play this. I think they'll step up because this is now crunch time. You know where we're at now in this AFC division, and I hate the Chiefs. I don't want them to win, but that's going to be my realistic pick for AFC West. I'll go with them.
Yeah. The Denver Broncos at your Raiders here at Allegiant Stadium this Sunday. Oh, so it's this Sunday here.
It is.
It's going to be a busy day after Christmas.
Yeah. Jonathan Abrams is
out
dang,
I should have tried to get my brother tickets to go to the game or something. I didn't realize there was a game here on Sunday, but oh well.
That's what I was, because I didn't
even think about that.
My dad sold his tickets. Sorry, because I would have totally sold had him.
We'll probably look. Maybe I'll look on
day of and see
Sunday morning and see what there is cheap style.
Yeah. Look and see what they have. Day after Christmas, that's tough though. If people come, I don't know. Sure they will.
Well, I'm gonna go with your Raiders.
There's gonna be a lot of
no Teddy
in the building. God. No Jonathan Abram, so we don't have our safety. He's out for the rest of the season for shoulder surgery. That's not that tough. He's whatever.
Well, he had a good game on Sunday or on
good
Monday.
Game. Okay. He didn't have a great season though. He wasn't what we expected him to be. We expected him to be better. So that matters not. Like, okay. The 2 weeks is probably gonna help us actually. The remaining 2 weeks with him out. So I'm still going with my Raiders though. Like I said, no Teddy B. We're gonna see what that can happen with that.
So funny. We all remember Dallas going to Washington, bringing their own sideline, like their benches and whatnot, and they won the game there. So ever since that happened, Washington decided that they were going to start taking their benches wherever they go. So I'm curious to see if that holds true because Washington plays in Dallas this Sunday, and possibly will be bringing along their benches to see how that goes. Unfortunately, Dallas isn't playing good. And
I hate both teams.
I know. I'm still going to pull for Washington. I feel like something can happen, right?
I hate both teams. But I'm going to go with Cowboys.
I mean, I don't hate Washington. I just don't like the Cowboys.
Ever since that game against the Raiders. I don't like them.
Ever since then, you're done. That's it.
So
you're going to go with who?
I'm going to go Cowboys. I hate to say it.
I know. And then Monday Night Football, we've got the Dolphins who have been on a winning streak and actually doing well. Their defense isn't putting up numbers for my fantasy. Dolphins at the Saints, Monday Night Football.
I'm going to go with the Saints.
Yeah?
That's my second team. I'm going with the Saints.
I'm going to go with the Dolphins just for the hell of it. Because,
why not?
Why not? Because they've been doing it. I mean, you can't.
They have.
Shout out to Mike Dixon and his Dolphins because, hey.
And
I mean, granted, they only beat the Jets, but I think that's too.
They totally could win that game.
Still injury-ridden the Saints are, so.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I think I went over everything. I took all.
So who won last week?
Pictures in there. You won last week. Sorry. So you won 5-2. I was out of it. And so now you are ahead 7-5-1 in our year. You're up by 2. We're tied.
I need to start playing a ticket, don't I?
Right. Start picking your picks for a ticket. There you go.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys, we have actually made it under an hour. This is surprising. Yes. Way to go, Christmas. We hope that everybody has a wonderful and safe holidays this weekend. We'll be back next Wednesday, of course, with more sports topics. We'll be back with, of course, the sneakers into 2022 that'll be dropping for us to get us ready for the new year in 2022 and what it brings. But please be safe, still wash your hands, cover your mouths, and have fun. Enjoy time with friends, whoever you decide to join with. Okay?
Yes. Have a very safe holiday.
Have a good one, and we'll catch you next week. Peace.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.